It was a quiet evening like any other, and I was nestled comfortably on the couch, engrossed in the flickering glow of the television screen. The familiar warmth of the living room enveloped me as I sank deeper into the cushions, the soft murmur of the TV providing solace from the encroaching darkness outside. But as the night wore on and the hour grew late, a subtle unease began to gnaw at the edges of my consciousness, a primal instinct warning me of an unseen presence lurking just beyond the realm of perception. With a hesitant glance away from the screen, I allowed my gaze to wander toward the shadowy expanse of the hallway that stretched ominously beside me. It was there, in the dimly lit corridor, that I first beheld the manifestation of my deepest fears. A tall, shadowy figure cloaked in darkness, its form obscured by the brim of a wide-brimmed hat. Paralyzed by terror, I watched in silent horror as the apparition loomed closer, its gaze fixated upon me with an intensity that pierced through the veil of reality. In a panic, I tore my eyes away from the spectral intruder, my heart pounding in my chest as I screamed for my mother with a desperation born of primal instinct. Rushing to my side, she found me trembling with fear, my words tumbling out in a frenzied torrent as I recounted the chilling encounter that had unfolded before my eyes. Concern etched upon her features. She reassured me with gentle words of comfort, dismissing the incident as nothing more than a trick of the mind, a fleeting illusion conjured by the fertile imagination of a child. But try as I might to shake off the lingering dread that gripped my soul, I could not escape the haunting memory of that fateful night. The image of the tall, shadowy figure seared into the depths of my consciousness like a brand upon my psyche. And as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the specter of the hat-wearing apparition continued to haunt my every waking moment. Its presence, an ever-present reminder of the thin veil that separated the world of the living from the realm of the dead. Years passed, and life carried on its relentless march forward, the memory of the shadowy figure fading into the recesses of my mind like a half-remembered dream. But fate has a curious way of weaving its threads through the tapestry of time, and it wasn't long before the tendrils of the supernatural once again ensnared me in their icy embrace. It was a crisp autumn evening when my family and I found ourselves settling into a new home in a quiet corner of town, the promise of a fresh start beckoning us toward a future untainted by the shadows of the past. But as the sun dipped below the horizon and the world grew cloaked in darkness, I felt a familiar chill run down my spine, a premonition of the horrors that lay in wait within the walls of our new abode. As I sat alone in the dimly lit living room, the soft glow of the television casting long shadows across the floor, a sense of foreboding washed over me like a wave crashing against the shore. And then, with a suddenness that sent my heart racing, I saw it. The unmistakable silhouette of the tall, hat-wearing figure, its form emerging from the shadows with an otherworldly grace. In that moment, time seemed to stand still as I gazed upon the spectral intruder, its presence a chilling reminder of the nightmares that had haunted my childhood. With a trembling hand, I reached out to touch the figure, but my fingers passed through its ethereal form like smoke, leaving me cold and trembling in its wake. Summoning every ounce of courage I possessed, I rose from my seat and ventured into the hallway, the darkness enveloping me like a shroud as I pursued the elusive specter. With each step, I felt the weight of centuries of forgotten memories pressing down upon me, the echoes of a past long since buried rising up to greet me with open arms. At last, I found myself standing before the threshold of my parents' room, the door looming ominously before me like a gateway to the unknown. With a steadying breath, I pushed open the door and entered the room, my heart pounding in my chest as I beheld the sight that awaited me. There, bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight streaming through the window, stood the figure of the tall, hat-wearing specter, its form looming over the sleeping figures of my loved ones like a harbinger of doom. With a surge of adrenaline coursing through my veins, I called out to the spirit, my voice echoing through the silent room like a clarion call in the night. To my astonishment, the figure turned to face me, its hollow eyes gazing upon me with a mixture of curiosity and longing. And then, with a voice that seemed to emanate from the depths of the abyss itself, it spoke, a whispering echo of a long-forgotten past, a tale of love and loss that spanned the ages. In that moment, I realized the truth that had eluded me for so long. The specter that haunted my every waking moment was not a malevolent force seeking to do me harm, but a lost soul yearning to find its way home. With a sense of clarity born of newfound understanding, I reached out to the spirit, my hand outstretched in a silent gesture of compassion and empathy. And then, with a blinding flash of light, the figure vanished before my eyes, leaving behind only the lingering echo of its presence, as a testament to the bond that had formed between us. In the days that followed, I found solace in the knowledge that the hat-wearing apparition had finally found peace, its restless spirit laid to rest by the power of love and forgiveness. As I stood in the fading light of the setting sun, gazing out at the world with eyes unclouded by fear or doubt, I knew that I had been forever changed by the encounter that had unfolded before me. For in the darkness that had once consumed me, I had found a glimmer of hope, a beacon of light that guided me through the darkest of nights and into the dawn of a new day. And though the memory of the tall, hat-wearing specter would forever linger in the depths of my mind, I took comfort in the knowledge that I had confronted my fears and emerged stronger for having faced them head-on. For in the end, it is not the darkness that defines us, but the light that we carry within us, the light that shines brightest in the face of adversity and illuminates the path toward a brighter tomorrow.